first black head coach to ever coach in the Iron Bowl, Cadillac Williams. Coming in off of what he, had to overcome this season. How do we think he fared against Nick Saban? Probably the best coach to ever coach the game of football, in my opinion, man. What's our thoughts?
Man, I'm proud, man. I'm proud of that. To be honest, man. He did what he could, what he had in a short period of time. To be honest, I wish we could have at least went 3-1, got that Mississippi State game. I know it came down to overtime. I felt we still should have won the game. I know a lot was going on that week. Just got in, coach just left, so a lot of moving parts, man. And they held it together and almost came out with a W on the road in the SEC. Um, all the other wins after that were great wins. He should have won them, but that Bama one, I think we came out with a great game plan, man. He kept the ball in his playmakers' hands, which would be Robbie Anderson, Tank Bigsby, and Hunter. Uh, we got to find some more playmakers, period. Robbie has to get developed. He has to find more of a passing game. He already showed he's spectacular with the run. He can make plays with his feet, but you got to have that dynamic to pass the ball because people just going to start loading the box, man. Really interested to see how he'll use them, how he develops them. But the keep going on that, man. I'm very proud of him, man. I'm glad we retained him. I wish he would have got his shot at being a coach, man. I know that was far fetched, that being Auburn, but I think he did well, man. He gets a pat on the back from me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I'm proud of him, man. I want to see more, honestly. Be honest. I want to see more. Wish I could see him as the head guy on the sideline. What you think, Bill?
Man, I think he did a great job. I think even more so, like he was saying, man, as black young black men growing up, we don't have those visions. It's for whatever reason, it's cultivated, and we kind of brainwashed to believe that we just position coaches, or we just can only achieve a certain level as far as when they get to coach. Like he never had that dream or manifested of being a head coach at an SEC school. You know what I'm saying? We've had some guys do. Sumlin's been a black SEC head coach, but you got some guys out there now. Might be like 9 or 10 of in college football at the big stage. But I think he's opened up a so to say a new door, like showing the even younger generation that it is possible, even whether it's a short period of time or not. We need to start, opening our minds and saying, why not us? You know what I'm saying? Like Too Far always say, why not us? You know what I'm saying? Why not now? You know what I'm saying? So I think he inspired a lot of people, man, just seeing his passion and his energy on the sideline. I think he inspired a lot of people, man. And he probably don't even know it, but he's created a fan base way bigger than Auburn, man. Way bigger than Auburn. So you got to tip your hat to the lack of what he did in such a short period of time, man.
Yes, sir. I know there's a lot of us pulling for him, so keep
Absolutely.
that on the side.
Mm. Well, fellas, man, I say I'm proud of Lack, man. Just saying, like when he first came in and everything, and knowing what type of cat he is, and what I mean by that is he's very quiet. He don't really talk about too much that he can't control. He don't sit there and just go with the pack. He sit there and he really like analyze situations. Just he be to himself, and just seeing that him in that seat of a head coach position, man, and I am really, really proud of him, man. And I say he showed a lot of growth and development on that end, showing that he can lead a program and he can get those kids to buy into his dream, into what his vision is. And man, I think Cardinal Cadillac Williams will be a head coach in the near future, just based off of the work and effort and stuff like that he showed at Auburn.
Man, what do we think about it? Like, when you talk about experience, a lot of people say, okay, he doesn't have the coaching experience. What's more important? We all played the game. We know what it takes to motivate us, to prepare us. Is it experience or is it leadership? Again, I'll kick it off. I think it's more about who's leading the program. We see now with zero coaching experience, him just knowing the game of football, they came into the Bama game with the offensive plan. I think they executed the best that they could. You know what I'm saying? I think we know it's about leadership. My opinion, we know the type of guys that we want to lead us as head coaches. Why don't they give us what the players want? You know, because right now you have guys saying, okay, we're happy, we're ready to work for you, whatever the case is. But deep down inside as players, what type of man do we want to lead us? You know what I'm saying? And I think they would have all went in a different direction, in my opinion. Any thoughts there?
Man, I think if Lat would have walked into that team meeting next day, they would have been like, your next new head coach, and Lat would have walked in, I think them boys would have went ballistic, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like, yeah, it's official. Like, I'm gonna fight hard for this dude, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let him fail. I think that's an aspect we missing, man. I know, some guys are hyped about Hugh Freeze, his track record, offense and stuff, but I just think it would have been a different energy around the program, bro, with Lat as, leader, with that short amount of time he has. The only way to get experience is to get the job.
Yeah, man. I think with that and the way that it unfolded, like you said, with leadership, but we've been a part of the culture. We know how things work. You know what I'm saying? So we know that they weren't gonna, so to say, do what we wanted or the players wanted, right? That's not what it's about there. Even though football funds the whole school, and that's most schools across the country, and the players should have a say in that, and it should be who we want. But that's not the culture. That's not the way things work. It's the boosters and who's putting the money here to bring in this coach, and how much experience does he have. They're looking at the what you say, it's coach talk, or they're looking at the resume on the paper when that really essentially it don't mean nothing. It do, but it don't when you got somebody that's played the game, that can relate to the players, and knows what it takes to win those trenches versus Joe, who his daddy best friend was in a position to put him on. Now he's here coaching us, and he never played a snap in his life. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way it's been. That's how it's continuing to go, and hopefully at some point that changes, man. But we knew that was gonna happen. That's why we said, man, it would have been good. Man, we hope. By the end of the day, we know how the culture is, and we know the people in power are, and we know what they was gonna do.
Amen to that, brother. Fellas, man, more and more the leadership and just being the former being a coach, having experience, man. I think you kind of have got to, in a way, kind of have both. In a way, you look at the recent trend with Jeff Saturday right now, the Colts. Guys like that. They'll had the position handed to him and everything, but people always thought that he was gonna fail miserably and everything. But actually, the Colts look better in these past 3 games than they look all year. And he didn't have any quote unquote experience, but in a way, it kind of like double dips in a way because of you being a former player, you being and you seeing how it is, you living it day in and day out. True enough, you're not watching the film and chopping the film and putting those hours in and stuff like that, but you are doing some type of film watch yourself by studying the game and doing that in the amount of time that you invest in it. And guys, man, what I see in that is you pretty much grooming him to being a coach. So that's why I'm more leaning toward more leadership also, because man, if you can lead someone, man, and get these guys going and marching the same beat, marching to the same beat, same direction, man. Look, you got something special, man. And right now, if we would have had Cardinal Cadillac Williams, I don't know why I keep wanting to say Cadillac first, but I think we would have had some special at Auburn.
Man, it's frustrating, man.